Hello everybody, welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet. Here we talk about everything that is yarn and crochet related. If you like that type of thing, hit that subscribe button. I have tons and tons of free crochet tutorials. Today is 10/30/2023, so there's like over 1100 at this date, and I always continue to put them on, all free for you to enjoy. But we also like to talk about yarn here, so that's what we're going to talk about today. Yarn. First off, I do have a tutorial for that blanket that you see on my chair, and that is a stained glass granny square blanket. You'll find that on my YouTube channel. It's called my leaded window panes blanket, and I do have a tutorial for this hat. This is called my Quicksilver beanie. So you also find this on my channel. It's a very basic, super quick, easy, gender neutral, amazingly awesome beanie. So give it a go. All right. So today I'm gonna do an unboxing of. I'm gonna show you some yarn from a store. I bought yarn from the store a bunch of times, but I don't know if I've ever shown it on camera. And a lot of people do know this, but a lot of people don't know this. Office Supply sells yarn. OfficeSupply.com. Yeah, they sell yarn. So like I said, I know a lot of people know it, but there's a lot of people that don't. So their selections, they don't have like tons of yarn, but they got enough, you know what I mean? And some of them are a lot less inexpensive than you can get elsewhere, and some of them maybe not so much or equal to everywhere else. And I do notice that what they have like can kind of change. Like one day I went and was looking for a specific color yarn, and they only had one color. And then I went 2 days later and they had like 4 colors of the same yarn, and they had the one I wanted. So you know what I mean? So it's just, it kind of changes up. So anyways, I bought all this yarn myself. So let's go ahead and open it, and I'll show you what I got. Now remember, they don't have tons and tons of yarn, but they got enough to choose from. They had some colors of yarn that I never even seen before. It's of brands, that I thought were really, really pretty. Excuse me. And yeah. I need a new blade. Mine is so dull. Oh, and they shipped in a timely manner. It came within a week, maybe within 5 days. And they shipped this one UPS, but they've also shipped other sorry about my dogs, other ways as well. Because like I said, this isn't the first time I purchased from them, so I think they just ship depending on price. I'm not sure. All right, well, let's look. So I got some of this yarn, Red Heart Roll With It Melange. Now this is a yarn, again, that I haven't had in a very, very long time. It's not a yarn that I don't like. It's just a yarn, I think I talked about before, that, when it came out, I used it, didn't have a problem with it. It's like a roving star yarn, but then so many new yarns come out, you just forget about it. So sometimes when I'm looking for yarns now, I mentioned this last time, I'm gonna look for yarns that are older yarns that maybe I only bought once or twice, and then I just forgot about them. So this was one I forgot about. I actually forgot about it until it came in Mary Max some Afghan kits, and then I started remembering. I'm like, hey, I remember that stuff. So many of you might be familiar with the Red Heart Roll With It Melange. This is the color that I chose. So let's look at the specs real quick. So it is a 4-weight yarn, medium weight number 4. Machine washable and dryable. So if you look at it, it is roving style. My favorite, of course. Now that's a nice 4-weight. Now some rovings have the tendency to go thick from thin, you know. Nature of the roving, nature of the roving. So you'll hit some thinner spots, and then you'll hit a little bit thicker spots. But if my memory serves me well, and trust me, it does not. It doesn't, especially short term. I think this one is pretty consistent for a roving as far as pretty much staying a 4-weight, but I know that it's, you know, it's not super consistent, but I think it's one of the more consistent ones. But remember, you let me know in the comments. You can't go by my memory. I'm so serious, it's shot. So the color of this one is called Green Room. Now they didn't have like tons of colors of this to choose from on their site. Like I said, you know, they had some, they don't have them all. And then they would add some the next day and maybe take them away a couple days later. I don't know what to do with it. I don't even know why they have yarn, but they have it and it's pretty cool. So I don't know if this is a good deal on this. This is actually probably a little bit more money than I probably could have got it cheaper elsewhere. But I thought while I was there, I would just pick it up. This was $6.79 a cake. Yeah, I think that I probably could have got that cheaper elsewhere. But it is, oh, are we gonna weigh? You know, I told you I put my scale up here so we could like do weigh-ins from now on. Just for fun. Remember, just for fun. It's a 150 gram cake. 154. Good job, Red Heart. 389 yards or 356 meters. That looks pretty, but that's knitted there, so crochet always looks different. You know what? I don't know. 389. You can give me some ideas for this one. I think the color that I wanted was called Theater, but they didn't have it. Maybe, I don't remember, but I thought this one was interesting. It looks a little bit more pastel. No, it doesn't. It looks the same. I was looking at it. It looks the same on my computer. It looked a little different on my phone. I think my phone just shows stuff like, because it's a new phone, like not in a natural color. I don't know, but that's pretty. It looks, yeah, it looks pretty much the same. It's kind of pastel-y, golds, blues, pinks, purples, a little bit of everything, you know. Curious to see what that's gonna look like. I've probably seen it before, but I don't know. But I got that. All right, and then let's see. I got this. Is something that I think I've only had one time in my entire life. One time. I don't know why. Like I said, I just seen it and I'm like, well, I guess I'll give it a go, you know. Try it out. I don't even remember what it's like. It's been so long. Okay, so this is by Patons or Patons, however you call it. I say Patons. Canada? I hope I said that right. Probably not. But it feels fine. It's 100% acrylic, so it does look like a lightweight 3 though. Is that what it is? Ah, it's a 4-weight. Okay, that's gonna be on the lighter side of a 4 though. Well, whatever you think. You know, everybody sees yarn weight's different. It's beautiful red though. I mean, beautiful red. It's bright red. The color is called Cardinal. That's my state bird where I live. It's a just fine acrylic. I do think though it's on the thinner side for a 4-weight, but other than that, the color is very pretty and it's soft. You know, it smells like white chocolate. Not that that's a bad smell, but that's what it smells. That's the oddest smell I've ever smelled on a ball of yarn. I mean, it doesn't smell bad, but white chocolate. That smells like a cardboard box. Interesting. Okay, 205 yards or 187 meters. Machine washable, dryable. This was $5.68. Now I have no idea if that's a good price or not because I have not seen this stuff in forever, to tell you the truth. But I got a couple balls of it. I thought maybe I could make a hat, but it is a little, like I said, it is on the thinner side. I don't know what I'll do with it. It's pretty though. It's pretty. Nothing wrong with it as it being an acrylic 100-gram ball. 96. Your inspirations are, yeah, 96. Pretty close. Pretty close. We'll let that one slide, okay? We'll let that one slide. Okay, let me see what else they have before I show you an abundance of what I got that I thought was a pretty good deal on a lot of it, but okay. I'm digging around in my box of yarn, looking for something specific, and there it is at the bottom of the box. Alright, this is Red Heart, Roll With It Sparkle. Gosh, it's been forever and a day since I even seen this as well. I'm like, man, I remember that stuff. I remember it, but I forgot about it, you know? So, here it is. It's pretty. Well, I don't remember much about it. Well, why don't we read with it? This is a Roll With the Sparkle, because it's sparkly. Very, very sparkly. 97 acrylic, 3% other, so that's the metallic, I'm certain. Let's go through it. 150 gram ball. Okay. We'll just check that out, you know, just to see. 164. Nice. Okay. 561 yards of this. And this is a 3 weight? No, it's a 4 weight? Kidding me? Come on now. It's a light 4 there. I would have thought that was a 3 weight by looking at it, but hey, like I said, everybody sees it differently. I still call it a 3, or a heavy 3. How about that? So what does it feel like? It feels like Red Heart Super Saver. That's what it feels like to me. Anything wrong with Red Heart Super Saver? Absolutely not. I use Red Heart Super Saver a lot. Can't really feel the metallic in it. Maybe a bit. I think this would be best used for, this was $6.69 a cake, and then again, I cannot tell you if that is a good price or not because I have not seen this in so long. I don't remember. The color I have is called Amethyst. So, $561 yards for 150 grams of a 4 weight. You can tell that that's a light 4. That should have been a 3. If I had my ruler, we do the wraps per inch, but I don't have it. I guarantee you it would say that it was 3 weight. I'm gonna get my ruler. It's not in here later or next time and keep it on my desk so we can start doing wraps per inch. You know, just for fun. You know, that gives you the weight classification, I guess, when you wrap it. Okay. So I got 3 of them. I think maybe that would make a pretty shawl, but for me, you know, if you know anything about me, I'm a color control freak. So I would definitely have to color control this yarn. But it is a yarn that would be easy for me to do that with because it is a self-striping yarn that has long striping effects. I don't know if I would have to pull it apart and look at it to tell you the truth. I can't have large breaks in my project. I mean, I do sometimes, but it really drives me nuts. But that's pretty. All right. Now, I got one more yarn here, but it's like, well, 2 more actually, but it's like, oh, it's like the same yarn. I thought it was a good deal on it. So first off, I got some more of the Premier Puzzle Shimmer. This was $6.83 a ball. I have not seen it anywhere cheaper than that. This is the cheapest place I have ever seen it. So I have I made anything out of it? Yes, I have made a pocket scarf out of the Premier Puzzle Shimmer and a Christmas tree out of the green one. Now this is what it looks like. 246 yards, 255 meters, 150 grams. Oh yeah, Premier? Let's see if you're 150. 150 on the nose. Nice. Now they classify this as a bulky 5. There you go. Whatever you think. You know, I would probably say that's a thin, bulky 5, but whatever. Or a thicker 4. It's pretty. Now, I really like this because, like I said, I've already used 2 different colors twice. 98 acrylic and 2 polyester. So you see that shimmer. It's shimmer going through it, right? The sparkles. So I thought this blue, which the color name is called Riddle Shimmer, would make a pretty, something pretty, I don't know. You know, the thing is with puzzle, if you dig around and look in it, you see there's a bunch of other colors that you really don't see in a picture. So when you use it, you work with it, there's different, you know, it wraps differently. Let's see what I get. Sometimes you could look, yeah, see, now these are the same colors. These are just other colors that you're going to see in the cake. It's just wrapped up differently. It's just the way it's wrapped. So, you know, it's going to have that light color and stuff in it. I like the Premier Shimmer when I've used it times that I did use it. So I thought this would be pretty to make something with. I don't know what. Something. I didn't get enough to make anything huge, but something will get made with it, I'm certain. And then I got some red because I had previously purchased red from them, but I didn't have enough. $6.83. I did have a coupon though. It got me 10% off everything. Don't ask me what it was. I think they were just having a coupon that day that was just 10% off thing. So I did get this red, which I showed this before in a live stream. I don't think I ever showed it on camera. I bought some from them when it first came out. I bought the Premier Puzzle Shimmer in the red. The red is the one I wanted so bad, and these were the first people that I seen have it. And they also have it for the cheapest. Again, this is $6.83. The color of this one is called Checker Shimmer. Now, I already have some, but I didn't have enough to make what I want to make with it. So I had to buy 3 more. Don't you hate that? See, that's the thing with me. People always ask me, how you know how much yarn to get for a project. Well, generally, I do okay at guessing, but sometimes I run out. Especially, I would say, I don't know. So here's some other colors that are in it. You know, every ball kind of looks a little different because it's just wound differently. I guess all of them kind of look similar, but there's some that's like really, there's some really dark red in it and stuff. But anyways, this is gorgeous, and I wanted to make a wearable with it, but I just didn't have enough to do it. Now I do. Now I do. So yeah, when it comes to like guessing how much yarn you need for a project, that really depends on what stitch you're going to use. Like for blankets and wearables and whatnot. I mean, I know I can get a hat out of 200 yards of yarn. I know that, or less. Between 150 to 200, depending on what stitches I use. I know that I got that down. And I know I can get a poncho out of, depending on the stitches, usually about between 12 and 1500 yards. A shawl about 1,000. But when it comes to blankets and wearables, if I don't know exactly what stitches I'm going to be using, you know, when I bought the red, I just knew I wanted to make a wearable with it, but I wasn't sure what stitch that I had in mind. And once I figured out the stitch, I knew that I would need more, because it was a stitch that would need more yarn. You know what I mean? Same thing with blankets. You know, I try to figure out blankets 3,000 yards. You know, that's probably an overreach, but that's what I try to go for when I go for blankets. But sometimes when I have blankets that hit 3,800 yards of yarn. And then because I chose a stitch, it was more of a yarn eater. So I would have to go back and buy more of that yarn. You know what I mean? So, you know, I kind of have a basic knowledge of what to get. But if I don't know that is if I know what stitch I'm using. But if I don't know what stitch I'm going to use, which a lot of times I don't, I just know what I'm going to make with the yarn. Sometimes I run out. So asking me is not really helpful probably on that. I only know just kind of like a general idea. All right, so I got this. Okay, this is all going to be puzzle yarn, all right? Puzzle. I haven't had puzzle forever. I bought some at Walmart the other day. And then I used the puzzle shimmer, and I'm like, man, it's actually really pretty. So it's a yarn that I'm going back to. Now, this place had colors of puzzle yarn that I've never even seen before in my life. Like, some of them I have, of course, but some of them I haven't. So this is the regular puzzle yarn. Now the rest of the puzzle that I'm going to show you does not have any sparkle in it. It's just the regular. And I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with this. Now I used to be really familiar with it, but like I said, as time goes on, new yarns come out and you forget about ones that you used to like. It's a shame. It's sad. I remember a long time ago, years and years ago, when I lived at my other house, and I had so much yarn on my walls. I remember having a section filled with puzzle yarn. It was a long time ago. And then, you know, I gave it all away, and I just never thought about it again, really. I think I really never thought about it again until I saw the puzzle shimmer come out, right? And, you know, that I like sparkly stuff, you know. So that got me right off. I'm like, ooh, sparkles. And then when I started watching Juan's channel, Juan the Yarn Addict, if you haven't checked him out, you should check him out. He's super cool. You'll really like him. But I'll put a link to his channel below if you haven't. He always was wearing a hat that was made out of Premier Puzzle, and I don't know, I just got curious, and then I just thought, well, I'm bringing the puzzle back, I guess. I know it was a yarn I used to like. It's a shame you forget about yarns that you used to like because they put out so many. I don't know. Okay, so the regular puzzle is classified as a bulky 5 as well, like the shimmer. So whatever you think that is, I call that a thinner bulky 5. But whatever you think. So I noticed that the shimmer, they only have like 6 colors, I think, in the shimmer. They're named the same color, but only they say shimmer after it. So this one is the checkers. It's the red one that I just showed you. And this is the same, but sparkle. See that? So there's less yardage in this because it's sparkly. You know, that's just the way it goes. So all these puzzles I'm getting ready to show you are $6.80. We're $6.83 a ball. Plus I got 10% off. So is that like Walmart price? Maybe something like that. I guess. I don't know. 328 yards, 300 meters, 200 grams per mirror, 200 grams, 204. All right. So 100% acrylic. Yeah. Machine wash, tumble dry. The blanket's really pretty they got going on there with it. See how the yarns, those colors play out? That's a really pretty color. I love a good red. And this has got all kinds of pretty reds in it. If you look at it. Let's see. So here's one that's wound a little different. So you can see there's the different colors of reds that you're going to find in it. It's going to be so pretty. I really like that red one a lot. Did I get enough to make anything big with it? No, I didn't, but that's okay. So I got that red one. And then I got this one. Remember, these are all the same price. They're all going to be Premier. Ooh, that one's really pretty. So all the specs are the same. Why did I forget about this? I don't know. This one's called Anagram. Anagram. I like that. I like the blues and browns in that. Of course, brown is my favorite color after all. Anagram. Oh, look, here's another one that is wound a different way. So you'll be able to see the colors that are going to be in it. Is that the same? Yeah. See all the colors you're going to find in it when you... these are the same yarn, you know. It's just when you dig inside this one, you're going to find these colors. And when you dig inside this one, you're going to find these colors that aren't... they're just wrapped or wound differently. That's going to be so beautiful. I like that one a lot. I didn't buy enough to make a blanket, which you think that I would have since brown's my favorite color. But there's a blanket there. Can you see it? No. Well, whatever. It's beautiful when it's done up. I like that. And it's soft. Puzzle, I promise not to forget about you again. I won't. I won't. Okay, I have a couple more and then I'll be gone. Out of your hair. It's puzzle yarn too. Okay. How many of them did I buy? Did I buy enough to make? I didn't. That would have made such a pretty blanket. Oh well. What can you do? What can you do? Okay, then I thought this one was really pretty. I have just two more to show you. Georgie, pipe it down. Pipe it down. Okay. That's pretty. That's extremely pretty. Ooh, look at the blanket on that. You can see that. The color of this one is called Kickball. Elementary school. Takes you right back to being on a playground, I guess, huh? Does me anyways. Always missing the ball. When they throw it to me. Or roll it to me. That is so pretty. Let's see if we can get some of what it looks like. So this one is wound in the opposite direction, so you can see the different colors that you will find in it. That's a pretty color. I like that one. So I do notice that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, I did notice that I am missing 3 balls of that one. No, I'm not. I'm not missing 3. I only ordered 3. Sorry, that was my fault. Why did I only order 3 of that color? What's wrong with me? Okay, now this one I thought was cool on the picture. Let's hope it's cool, because this is the one I bought enough to make a bigger project of. But I don't know, maybe I should have picked a different color. No, this one's pretty though. I mean, but don't get me wrong, it's beautiful. I'm gonna try to find ones that are wound opposite directions so you can kind of get the gist of what the colors look like. How about that? Okay, so more likely this will probably be a blanket because I did buy enough for that. This is the last one. So this one is called, I like this one though, I do like it. Go Fish. I love that game, still to this day. So that's what it looks like worked up. It's actually very pretty. So these are all the same color, so you can see the colors that are inside. Remember, they're just wound in the opposite direction. Or just wound how they're wound. So you got all them colors inside. So all the colors you see on the outside of this one will be on the inside of this one, and vice versa. That's pretty. That's pretty. I think that will make a pretty blanket. But if I could choose over again, I probably would have bought enough to make a blanket out of this, only because brown is my favorite, you know. But I didn't, and that's okay. I'm going to use the ones that I got. That red is super gorgeous too. Oh gosh, that is so pretty. And the blanket they made is absolutely stunning. I love red. I love red. It's so pretty. I love a good red. I always say that. So that's what I got. Now, like I said, you go to officesupply.com. They don't have tons of yarn. They do got a lot of puzzle yarn, in case you didn't notice. And it's relatively inexpensive. And they had some other yarns, you know, that I hadn't seen for a while, like the roll with the sparkle. Hadn't seen that forever. The Patents Canadian. I don't remember if I don't think I'm saying that right. Oh man, I've only had that like maybe once and couldn't even remember what it felt like. So, you know, it's just another interesting store that you can go to, check out every once in a while and see what they got. You know, as far as sales going on and stuff, you can probably get some yarn relatively inexpensive than what you could other places, or some of it, like I said, isn't as cheap as other places. It really just depends. But I just want to let everybody know that who didn't know that, you know, remember, they don't have tons of yarn, but they do have enough that you can probably choose some yarn out, you know, for a project that it makes something with, maybe be happy with it. So just giving you an update on the store that you might not know about that sells yarn. All right, I'm gonna go. I like everything that I got. It would be hard to pick a favorite. I really like that red puzzle shimmer a lot. I do. That's why I bought it. Like I said, I bought it the first time from here because they were the first one to have the red in the cheapest place. Still the cheapest place. That's the cheapest place that you can get the Premier Puzzle Shimmer is on Office Supply that I've seen anyways. And they have all the colors. So yeah, I just needed some more of it. And I like all the colors of the puzzle I got. I think they're all interesting. I guess since I didn't get very many of these, you know, but they are 328 yards, but you know, oh, this would probably have to be like a hat and scarf set, because, you know, I would just have a little under 1,000 yards. But I guess it could be it is bulky though. Well, thinner bulky. Pocket scarf. It could be a wrap maybe. You know, like fall winter style. I don't know what I'll do with that. I really don't know. I know I'm going to make a blanket out of that one Go Fish color. And you know, this one. I don't know what I'll do with this one. Who knows? Who knows? You guys got any ideas? I'm always welcome to suggestions of maybe what you think would look good in this color here. You know, I don't, like I said, what do I got? How much I got? You know, I probably do have enough to make a wearable of that. It's, considering it's a bulky kind of, thinner bulky, but still a bulky. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I'll see how the colors play out. Alright, I'm going to go. My video is too long. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you have not already. I promise it's really cool here. And although I haven't been, like, sometimes I'm really spunked out. I've been pretty busy today. So now I'm just kind of, I think I'm all talked out and it's pretty early right now. But sometimes you get me on a talking day. I don't know if you want to watch those videos or not. No, it's fun here, I promise. We do lots of talking about yarn, teaching about yarn reviews on new yarns, tons and tons of tutorials, and you know, stuff like that. So if you like that stuff, I would love to have you join. So I will see you guys on my next video. I'll put a link to this hat below. I'll put a link to that blanket below. I'll also put a link to Juan the Yarn Addict, his channel below. Make sure you check him out. You will definitely enjoy his personality as well. He likes to talk a lot of yarn, hence its name, Juan the Yarn Addict. But aren't we all?